Hey there, I'm Jennifer,
And I'm Jackie.
and welcome to Slightly Unsupervised. We're best friends, business partners, and the chaos behind bestimony, a ceremony we created to celebrate the kind of soulmates who don't come with a marriage license.
Podcast is all about that friendship energy. The deep stuff, the messy stuff, and the laugh till you snort stuff.
So whether you're driving, folding laundry, or hiding in your car for some peace and quiet.
You're in good company. Let's get slightly unsupervised. All right, today, why every new year means more as we get older, and how friendship becomes everything. As we get older, New Year's starts to feel different. It stops being about glitter and big declarations and starts becoming a moment of clarity. A pause where you suddenly feel the weight of time, the meaning of the past year, and the people who helped you survive it. We start to see our friendships in a deeper way. Who showed up? Who stayed? Who made us laugh and when we could have cried? Who held space for our mess, our growth, our heartbreak, and our joy? The older we get, the more we realize that friendships aren't just social. They're emotional safety nets. They're the way we stay grounded when life gets loud, complicated, or heavy. And each new year becomes a reminder that time is moving fast and the friendships we nurture will determine the quality of the years ahead. Today, we're talking about New Year's matters more with age and why our friendship become one of the most important choices we make.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I want to talk about the one New Year's I remember us being together as children. Let's just start with that because it's so vastly different than it is now. Do you remember the time we went to the what was
The
that?
Rose
Rose Parade?
Parade. Yep,
Yeah, the
the Rose Parade.
Pasadena Rose Parade. We were probably what, 16, maybe 17,
I think we're
somewhere
like
in there.
17.
Maybe we were 17.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we were 17.
Anyways, we had a friend that's parents owned a condo down there, and it was right by the Rose Parade, where they went through, and
The
none of us
route,
had.
yeah.
Yeah, we had never been. None of us. We all grew up in California. We never been to the Rose Parade or had been part of that. So I know there was a big group of us that went down. I'm pretty sure my brother went, and I know my boyfriend at the time went, and it was you and our girlfriend. I don't know if I remember anybody else that was there. I know there was more people for sure. I just don't
Mhm.
remember exactly. But we literally stayed out on that street. We didn't stay at the condo. We had to stay out on the street
Hold your spot.
to hold your spot. So do you remember there was like I think it
A
was
flood.
there was a Carl's Jr. or something that we sat in front of. I remember
Taco
that.
Bell.
Was it
It was
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, yes.
Okay. Well, anyways, we sat there, and at some point we just got so tired. Do you remember this, Jack? And we had taken like furniture, lawn furniture or something. They had those
Mhm.
trifold things, and we were trying to lay on them because we knew we needed to sleep because we had this Rose Parade started at like 7 a.m. or something. It was ridiculous. But so we had to stay down there to get our spot. But we were all asleep. We finally like all went to sleep. It was kind of, noisy and loud. And then the freaking sprinklers turned on. Do you remember that? We were on the
Mhm.
grass there and we got just soaking wet. The sprinklers got all of us wet. It's middle of like morning time, like 3 a.m., or it's cold because it's
It was
cold back then.
freezing. I just remember
Yeah.
being so cold.
And we just, we barely wore clothes back then because, we're in our teenage years. I'm sure we had a jacket, but we were too cool for school to be too bundled up. So we were,
We weren't the brightest.
and it was 3 a.m. And so what did we all do? The whole group of us, we went back to the condo
In the
and we were like,
garage.
yeah, it wouldn't let us in the condo. There's like too many of you. And I don't blame them. Like looking back on it now, if I had 20, 30 kids coming into my house, I'll be like, you know what? You guys just go in the garage over there and hang out. They let us in the garage and that's where we hung out. And we did go back in the morning after we saw the Rose Parade, I guess. I don't really remember that much about that, but um, that's where we start, right? Those are the beginning years of it, and then we get to these years now, we're 55, and, I think I'm in most New Year's Eve. Actually, I know I am, and I'm way ahead of bed, and I'm going to sleep, and I don't really
We
care.
watch we watch, the New York ones since they have it
Oh, the
before us.
Macy Parade. Yeah, the Macy Parade. Listen, there's a whole vast difference between then and now. You would not catch me out dead at the Rose Parade. I've seen that, checked that off my bucket list as a child, but, it's a vast difference, but the difference really is the way we celebrate it, but also in the way that it moves faster now, don't you think? Like, I think New Year's when we were younger, they came fewer and far between, and now they're fast and furious. Like, it's like, I can't even believe it's, December right now. It's crazy to me that a year has flown
Mhm.
by.
Yeah, the years go by definitely way faster than they used to.
But they also feel different. I mean, when they go fast and furious, you're like, man, next year we're 56 years old because we have these birthdays, one every month for like 5 months solid in the beginning of
First
the
5
year.
months of the year.
Yeah, so we're already back to that. I just feel like we celebrated. Now I've got to think of things to buy everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, didn't I just send you shoes?
yes, yes, you
Seems like it was
did.
yesterday.
I know, and it's crazy because they come so fast now, and I don't know why, because we do so much less. How is that possible? How is something that our time slows down and yet it goes faster than when we were busy, they didn't seem to go as fast. I don't think the years seemed maybe because we were in lockdown and we didn't have the freedom to do whatever we wanted, and so we were anticipating, getting to do something all the time, and now we're like, "Oh my god, is it another holiday already? For goodness sake."
Seriously.
Another I just saw a meme too, by the way, I thought it was hilarious. It was like, "You know what? Who decided to put this Thanksgiving and then Christmas so close together? I mean, 5 or 6 weeks is not enough time. We've just seen these people. We don't need to be around them all again." Like, should be some time
That's
there,
like yeah, yep.
and
No,
that's
I had
true.
this year in mind this year's gonna because we just had Thanksgiving, now it's Christmas, and then right after that, I have a baby shower for
Oh,
my son.
yeah,
And
for
I'm
your
just like
son.
so I'm like, "I am not gonna relax till after January 10th."
Right? You're
Like,
on
it's
the
like one thing
heightened.
after another, and I'm doing
Yeah.
the food and the dessert and stuff for the baby shower too, so and I me, I do the big to-do for Christmas Eve of 20 something people we're gonna have and grandchildren, and
The
so I'm
good thing
just
about your holiday though is that you always have, like, Christmas kind of as your chill day. Like, that's a nice for you guys. You don't really do anything. It's just the 2 of you and you kind of take it in, and that's kind of a nice holiday for you guys, at least after that craziness? So
yeah, we definitely do that. We
but
take
yeah,
advantage of that.
so I'm gonna have to tell you that as you age, I don't know where you are in the spectrum, but probably 20s and 30s, teenagers, 20s, 30s, you're way into it. 40s, you're like, man, I don't know if I need to go anywhere. At 50, you're like, for sure, I ain't going anywhere. I'm not going out on that.
Yeah, I think it was kinda up and down 'cause, when we lived before we moved out of the mountains, I was in my 40s, right?
Went to your house for a
40s,
couple of
and
new,
New Year's Eve parties.
yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
well, yeah, and you're also, celebrating your,
I got married New Year's Eve.
anniversary. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
so
got
I
married
did
New
I
Year's
was
Eve.
still got back up into there, but it was nice 'cause we were at our house, so everybody else had to go home, we could just stay there.
Right, right. That's the nice thing
Made it
about
easier.
hosting. Yeah. A lot of work up the day before, but then you get to be done. Everybody else has to go back and do whatever. But I think it
Mhm.
it changes too, and just your perspective of your mortality, your self-awareness of the fact that we're getting older. 1, 2, things are starting to happen that, we know would someday happen, but didn't really anticipate that they would start happening. And certainly they're on the cusp of total change at some point here. So I think you start getting a little more introspective of the years and be like, "Hey, what did I," at least I do, it's like, "What did I accomplish this 55th year? Did I do anything that was really that impactful in my life?" Or, I think you get a little more self-aware of things that you're doing or not doing and taking your time to realize that, like, I love to travel. I'm quite aware of the fact that I don't get to do that forever. This isn't like a never ending, I won't be able to, pick up and walk around Europe all day long and, you get tired, you gotta go to bed, like, it's starting to happen. I like to go to bed early no matter what. I don't care where I'm at, but that it's not so easy as I get older. It's not so, these things aren't going to be, how long are we gonna be able to keep doing this, and how long are we gonna be able to manage that? I'm sure you have that too,
Well,
Jackie,
because your
'cause
body changes too. I mean,
yeah.
think like, my leg issues that I've been having, that come from my back, that I couldn't walk at all really for a while there.
Yeah, that's
So you'll
scary,
have as we're getting older, these things will start happening, and, I mean, we
right?
hope not, and you try to keep, yourself physical and take care of yourself, but there's just some things that you just can't it's gonna happen.
Right.
There's
Even
nothing you
this
can
year when we
do.
went to Vegas, remember that? You had the leg issue. It was a different leg issue, but you had the leg issue then, and
Mhm. From a
we kinda
fall.
yeah, you fell, but we stayed real close to
Mhm.
our and thankfully, we had a pretty good hotel and we could, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
we didn't even gamble that far. We just kinda went across the world and then we came back. Put your foot on ice or whatever, we're not as we have to take into that consideration that our lives change and things change, and as you
Mhm.
get older, particularly, you start really taking, sort of a deeper, more gratitude, more, you know gratitude for the friendships you have, the people that are still in your lives, the great relationships that you have, and, there's the people that you know, and then there's the people that know you. And
Mhm.
so, I think you are really a lot more thankful for those sort of things. I know I am, like, I'm really lucky to have
Definitely.
these really great friends and family and stuff. I mean, that's kind of an ongoing thing, but to have friends that are on the outside of that, outside of the family, I think is a little more like required stuff that you have to do that, if you have a great family, it's great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but to have a friend or have friendships when there's so many other options in the world and that you still have these really great friends is such a blessing, don't you think?
No, definitely. I mean, I feel sorry for some people that see that they don't really have any friends,
I
you know?
know.
And
I
I'm like, how
know.
could I just don't get that? Like,
I know.
just, I mean, I love my husband and stuff, but I need my friends too, you know?
Right, yeah. We've said that as women, it's particularly, like, we need emotional connection, so we need to have our friends, like, it's so important as you get older, and, if you don't have a best friend, I don't even it blows my like, what do you do? Like, who do you go to with
Yeah.
your problems? Who do you complain to? Who do you make fun of people with? Like, who is that person? Like, you need that
Mhm.
outlet. I know it's mean sometimes to do those things, but you need an outlet. You need that
Mhm.
person in your life that laughs with you, knows you're on the insane side, and doesn't care, like, right there with you. So, I just can't imagine, and I sent you a thing last night about this group that I joined about friends looking for people, and it's like,
Mhm.
they're at the past the age with their children, or especially when it's right after the children are you have children, you really do need your girlfriends back again because you have
Mhm.
this time that you've got filled with children before that you have to start refilling. So, but they're like, "We need friends." And I'm like, "Man, how do you get to that?" I
Mhm.
think that lady that I sent you yesterday was 50 our age.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You don't have any friends?" Like, "Oh my gosh, that's scary." So, anyways, let's talk about how our friendship evolved this year, Jack. Let's do it. Okay. What you survived or navigated together this year? Podcasting?
Yes, definitely podcasting.
We have taken on podcasting and I mean, we've got some really fun stories about how this went about and how we started and all of the things that went wrong to get this thing going, but we
We've
learned how to
taken it
podcast.
to
Yeah.
Tennessee, California, and Las Vegas.
That's right. That's right. But
We
we have
sure have.
learned so many things about how to do podcasting and how to, Jackie's very shy in the beginning. I did a lot more talking. Now Jackie's coming out of her shell some, like all the evolution of all that stuff that we did. So we survived and learned, right? We learned. We don't
Mhm.
know. We're not that good at technology. So we learned how to do it. Now we just get in our little cocoons and podcast and, the world
Mhm.
can watch us and be like, man, those two did it. We did it, Jackie. You know how many people
I know.
probably look at us and be like, "There's no way they're gonna do that," or "There's no way they're gonna."
Oh, well, yeah, I know people that, say, "Oh, we need to have you on here," and they're, "Oh, no, I don't know how you guys do that. I could not do that." I get that from people all the time.
You're like, "You
I'm
should come
like,
on
"Well,
our
it's
podcast."
bad when you first start, yes, like, it was nerve-wracking for me, it was easier for you.
Mhm.
But now and also a lot of people say, like, right now I have a cold, so they could probably tell us apart. Lots of times they can't tell who's talking. So I got used to that, I'm like, "Well, they'll just think it was Jen."
Sounded stupid that came out of my mouth today. It's Jen. It's
I'm gonna have to
true
start
though, I'm
saying, "Land
sure.
it, land it, land it."
Anyways, I give us kudos because we not only took it on, we did it, and we still are podcasting. We're in like 28, 29. I don't think people make it past 3. I mean, there's like the statistic is that most people do 3 podcasts and quit, and we're at 28, 29 podcasts or something that, we're rated in the 40 or 50s now for friendship stories and stuff. So we did it.
We
All
did
those
it.
haters out there, we did it. All right, you
Yeah.
go.
Ways you've grown closer, changed, or supported each other
I think through this, like, for
through
sure,
this
like.
because we're definitely spending more time with each other and see each other through the computer and
Right, and then
while we're
know
podcasting.
but we also started this thing Chickology, which we have,
Mhm.
this women-led collective of podcasts, and, we have grown closer, and we've grown closer to people that we've known, but we weren't particularly close to. We've gone closer to them too, and that, we
Mhm.
support each other, we support them a lot too. So not only have we gotten closer and supporting each other, we are now supporting more people in this podcast collective that we've got started. We've done a lot of that this year, a ton of it that,
Mhm.
we just
Definitely.
came out of nowhere with that thing, and now we're moving along. Okay, moments that defined your friendship in the last 12 months. I really, in the last 12 months, a couple of things stand out to me. One, when you came here and we started to try to podcast, that was like the start of this thing
That was
was
kind of a joke, but we did it.
we did it. We
We
did
could not get
podcasts. I think our first couple podcasts were with a setup that we had and all the equipment I had to buy, and now we end up with $100 microphones and
microphones and ears,
$20
earphones.
headphones, and that's all we needed, and I mean, literally, I have a podcasting studio that we don't use, basically. I mean, I have all the stuff to do it, so
And then we
that
forgot to plug it in,
yeah,
remember? The first time we did it.
and then the first time we tried to podcast with each other just on the computers and, like, we had to call each other on the phone because we couldn't hear each other, but we could hear each other talking, I mean,
It
we've
took
been through
forever,
all
but we've
yeah.
done it now. Now it's no problem.
No, it's no problem. And then the second defining part for me was when we went to Vegas and podcast, but also just had a nice girls' weekend and just got to
That was
hook up
fun.
with some people that we hadn't seen in a long time. And just to remember that, we can
That
be
was our first, having people on our podcast.
that's right.
First
That's the first person
first
that, yeah. But they came and, we just had just a great time and just had so
oh
much
gosh,
fun.
we laughed so hard. It was a fun
Yeah.
time.
So those two stand out most to me. Do you have any others particularly that,
Those sound great. Those
yeah.
are perfect.
Yeah. It's always a little bit of, like, chaos when we get together in the same space, so those are the 2 times we saw each other this year, so alright,
Mhm.
Jack, you're next.
Where you drifted, misunderstood each other, or needed more time.
I don't think we have that.
No, tap yeah.
I think we're too old for that. I think
Because even
drifting
when I was doing, the whole going through Rick stuff, you guys were still there.
yeah. I think we're too old, we've had too much history to be
Mhm.
we've had all those there's no doubt that those things have all happened, trust us, that it's not that we're some perfect group,
Yeah.
but we're too old now, and we've come too far, and we've been around each other too long for that kinda stuff to really, I don't think, be
Yeah,
a
we'll go to the
thing.
next one.
Alright,
Honest reflection.
oh, go ahead.
What did this year teach us about your friendship?
What did this year teach us about our friendship?
I think it's just that, there for each other.
Yeah, it's also a reminder that you will do just about anything with me, which I love.
Mhm.
That part of it is so important to me. Like, you will if there's an adventure to go on, Jack's like, "Let's go
Let's
it.
do
Let's
it.
do it." Yeah.
Let's go for it. I don't know how it's gonna end, but let's just do it.
What a blessing, y'all, to have somebody like that isn't. So, anyways, this is the new year. So, maybe have some best friend resolutions. Here's some ideas, maybe. The no disappearing agreement, when even if life gets busy, you don't lose touch with each other. I love this one. A quarterly bestie day. Non negotiable. Once a recorder, you have to get together. You have to take in consideration how far apart you live. Jackie and I live kind of far apart. So we have a twice a year, maybe we see each other that we'll keep on that is good. But
But
I
we
like
need to but our whole group, we need to because I don't think we've all been together since Christmas
last year.
last year, the day after Christmas, right?
Yeah. It's because I don't live
Yeah,
there. It's not because
I
you guys
know.
don't, it's just because I don't. I'm the only one that doesn't participate. You girls do get together, so that's good.
I know, I tried to get her here for Valentine's Day, but supposedly her
Yeah. Well,
chapel's
I own
busy
a
on that
wedding
day.
chapel. It's like the busiest Saturday. And and
It's
Friday the
Friday the
13th,
13th.
the day before. You know how many sick people like to get married on Friday the 13th? A lot of them. So,
My
anyways.
first wet marriage was not smart. I love what my son said because he said
Was it Friday
something
the
weird.
13th?
Yeah, it was Friday the 13th when
Oh,
we got
geez,
married,
see?
and it wasn't and the only reason we did it that way is because we were going on a cruise, so that's how it broke down, and not even thinking that that's what it was gonna be, but I remember my kids going, "Well, mom, you should have known that it wasn't gonna work."
Friday the
And this is
13th.
when they're little guys, and I'm just
I
like, "Okay,
know.
thank you. Alright."
Well, all my brides kinda come up in, like, black dresses, like, they're all little more into the, that side of it. I think it's funny, but it's just a good day to remember, right? Friday the 13th, it gives you some sort
Mhm.
of notoriety. Okay, so more honest, less pretending, we're okay is a great resolution. Celebrating each other's wins louder, for sure do that. Scream at the top of your lungs when your friend has done something. Like, there's no reason to not cheer each other on. I think that's important in life. It also brings you closer to each other. It also gives them, when you cheer somebody on and you are supporting, it gives them permission to return. Don't you think? Like,
Mhm.
you feel more apt to be like, "Hey, yeah, and you did that. That's awesome." Okay, and choosing each other over convenience. Make sure that you are being being mindful about that, being softer with each other and with yourselves that, maybe you can be a little rough. And these are probably geared towards people that are a little younger than us.
Mhm.
Stop taking each other's moods personally, for
I
sure.
don't think we do that. Do
We
you?
don't do that, but we probably did when we were younger. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Be like, God, she's awfully bitchy today. Jesus, like what I do. It had
Pretty
probably
much,
nothing to
yeah.
do with me.
If you get snippy, then I just, just kinda just ignore you. It's like, whatever. She'll be over in a few minutes. Just let her have her hangry time or whatever's going on right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like history teaches you it's not about you. Like
No.
just let that go. Right. And then keeping one best friend tradition alive, whatever it is that you guys might do, maybe make a resolution that you're going to keep that alive and keep doing that. So, all right, Jack, I
Yeah.
think that about covers it. Just remember that your best friends, your friendships are super important. We cannot tell you this enough that keep those friendships alive and well, and you will need them, even if it feels like life is really very busy with your kids and your husband and your life and your family. We cannot tell you this enough that it's important to keep your girlfriends. You're going to need them later. So that's one of our main messages here on this podcast. So anyways, okay, Jack, you start with Bestie Rapid Fresh.
Okay, what's one lesson this year taught you about your friendship?
One lesson this year taught you about friendship. I guess again, I want to go back to the idea that you're my ride or die. Like if I want to do something, you jump in the car with me. And that's been that way our whole life. Like that, I think the one lesson is that it's still alive. Even at
Mhm.
55 years old, we still do that. So
Yeah, look at this. Look at what we're
I
doing.
know. Here we are, we're podcasting.
Crazy.
Okay, what's something you want to do better for your bestie next year?
On
I
this
don't know if I
one.
wanna do it better, but
Yeah.
I need to maybe make more effort to see you girls.
Yes, I think you need to do that too.
And you girls need to make some concessions and get out of California sometimes because I
Excuse
can't.
me, I do. You can't put me in that.
Yeah, right. This is for the
I'm the
other
one you can't
3.
say that.
It's
You
hard for
hear
me to
this,
get
girls?
it. Yeah. It's hard for me to get into California all the time. Sometimes we gotta move outside of California a little bit so that I can
We're
come, and it's easier for me to get there.
we're gonna do
So,
Vegas. We're gonna do
yeah.
Vegas, girls,
All right,
very soon.
you're next.
What moment this year made you say, "Yep, she's my person"?
So we just talked about this. Good God that
Yep.
you'd run into a podcast with me.
I know, because believe me, at first people, I was just like, "Why did I say I'd do this?" Like, I was kinda like, "How can I backpedal out of this?" Nope, can't do it, so you better get used to it.
I am sure that's 100% true. That all happened. And I'm like, are you ready? We're going to podcast now. You're like, man, why did I say we're
Yeah.
going to do this?
I was having anxiety, like, the night before. I was like,
I'll
"Seriously?"
tell you the one thing that happened while we podcast that totally changed it was I'm like, we're not videoing it. We're just going to audio it. Like, we don't need to video a podcast. That's for people that are, famous or whatever. This can just be an audio track. And Jackie's like, whew. And I'm
Yeah.
like, whew. When I read
Well, yeah,
that,
because my husband kept pushing us, "You guys need to do the video too." No, no, we
no,
don't.
we're
Do you I see
55.
myself right now on the computer. I don't want people to see that. I'm
100%.
gonna have to put a certain angle. I'm gonna need a whole other system.
We're like getting our hair done. We're heading over to the plastic surgeon office. We got to go on film. Like, and we're what? People are going to watch us. You can hear us. It's the same thing.
We're gonna have
So,
our own glam group.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Each
The
place.
glam squad that comes in
The
and
glam
makes us
squad.
pretty. Can you
Gosh,
imagine
that's
how
so funny.
expensive this would be at 28 episodes? We probably have to do like 20 episodes a time because we'd be like, we can't afford that glam squad anymore.
Yeah.
We need podcasting.
And
We're
then you
like,
know me, I'm the one that starts taking my makeup off because I don't like to wear makeup.
totally. I do brush my hair for this now. So at least when I'm looking at myself in the computer, my hair is not completely
Well, no, when we
wild.
started today, I didn't know what was going on with mine. It was all over the place.
I sent Jackie by the way, I sent Jackie a blow dryer last week. I think it was
Mhm.
last week or
Couple
something.
weeks
So
ago.
we have twin blow dryers that are the kind of the new. They're not
They're pretty
Dyson, but
cool.
they're kind of that. It's the air circulation's different.
Dream.
Yeah.
Dream, it's called, or something like that.
It's a little small,
I like it.
but it does get my hair straighter. And I know that you said that you're finding
Mhm.
that to be true too. So we're
Mhm.
diving into we all have blow dryers. Jackie and I have blow dryers. We don't need blow dryers. We have straighteners. We don't need straighteners. This was kind of like just a gift that
On the
was
way.
like let's try these. Maybe you're, better or, because typically we won't upgrade our stuff once we kind of get set on something. Like,
True, unless it breaks, then you can
once it
get
breaks,
it.
then you go get another one down at Costco or whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to send you something. I know you already have it. Just ignore that. This is just like another option that's supposed to be different. So
Now
we
it's the only one
do.
I'll use.
Yeah. Now we have new blow dryers, girls.
Yep.
We have
The
moved
other
up.
one goes in the guest bathroom.
All right. And then the last one, what's one bestie resolution you want to make together? Okay. Let's see each other more this next year.
Yeah, definitely, that would be nice. And
Yeah.
everybody too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes they have lives that are a little more complicated than you and I. So we have more flexibility in our scheduling. So let's try
Yes.
to spend some time. And one resolution I'm going to make for you is when you do come to Tennessee, because you do come about once a year to see me, that we'll do more fun things.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know. Poor thing comes and
Every
I work
time
at
I
it.
come, the last time was like, "Oh, no, we're gonna do more fun stuff. We're gonna do stuff this time."
We did take the car.
Yeah.
We took my little fun car out and went
Well, we
cruising
always do
around.
that. We always
I
do
know,
that.
but that's the only thing I know what to do to have fun. Like, what else you want to do? Isn't that
I
the
wanna
funnest thing on the
I
planet?
wanna go do something. I don't know. You know.
You
You
want to
live
go
there.
to?
You're supposed to just take
I
me
know.
wherever and show me everything.
But you grew up
So,
in a resort, and I grew up in a resort area. We both did. And what did we do? What did you do when you lived in a resort area? What did you avoid every weekend? The
the
resort.
people. Mhm.
So that's why Nashville's full of people, and it's all constant, 24/7, constant turnaround of people. And it's like, just avoid that area. We don't want to go down there. It's probably residual from growing up in it. But I do need to remember when you come that these are not things that you normally do. And I need to just go down there and,
Yeah.
yay, bars. Let's get drunk. Let's do
We're going
it.
to Jelly Rolls bar.
All right, that's my resolution. More fun next time you come. All right. If
Okay.
this episode hit you in the feels or made you laugh way too hard, we consider that a win.
Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your ride or die.
And when you're ready to make your friendship official, book your bestimony at rhinestoneweddingchapel.com.
Because the best love stories don't always come with a ring.
We stick together, ride or die to the moon, and no amount of space could ever come between us two. The reuniting's like we never been apart, and every single time we're eye to eye and heart to heart. There's not enough words to describe what you mean to me. Through heartaches and ups and downs in this life, you've stayed right next to me. I vow to make you laugh till you cry and talk about everything under the moon. The definition of a best friend is you. Is you. And we'll keep dancing through the rain, forever connected. Same page, we're writing our story every day. We'll keep on going, every change.